Stop before you scroll. Before you assume this is just another message, listen carefully, because this does not feel ordinary for a reason. There are moments in life when something feels personal, not loud, not dramatic, but direct, as if everything you've been experiencing lately is quietly pointing towards something. This is one of those moments. You've been asking questions, not always out loud, not always in prayer, sometimes just internally. Why is this happening? Why does this feel delayed? Why do I feel disconnected? Why does something feel unfinished? But sometimes silence means preparation. This message is not about fear, it's about clarity. You are not at the end, you are at a turning point. For a while now you have felt something shifting, relationships changing, priorities rearranging, habits being exposed, patterns becoming obvious. You can't unsee what you now see, and that awareness is uncomfortable, because awareness demands action. There are things you tolerated before that now feel heavy, conversations that once felt normal now feel draining, distractions that once entertained you now feel empty. That is not random. Growth changes taste. You are outgrowing what once defined you, and that creates tension. The old version of you wants familiarity, the new version requires discipline. There is a reason certain doors closed recently. Not punishment, protection. There is a reason certain people distance themselves. Not rejection. There is a reason some opportunities stalled. Not denial, development. You were not ready before. Not because you lacked talent, because you lacked stability. Stability is more important than speed. If elevation comes before discipline, it collapses. So you were refined first. The hidden season was not neglect, it was construction. You were being rebuilt quietly, rebuilt in mindset, rebuilt in patience, rebuilt in emotional control. You learned to respond instead of react. You learned to pause instead of explode. You learned to think long-term instead of seeking instant validation. That shift is everything, because what is ahead requires maturity. You cannot carry what is coming with old habits. You cannot handle visibility with insecurity. You cannot sustain influence with ego. And something about your environment is about to change, not dramatically at first. Suddenly, more responsibility, more expectation, more opportunity, and you will feel it. It won't overwhelm you because you've been prepared for it. But here is the warning. Do not let familiarity pull you backward. There will be moments where old comfort calls you, old habits, old conversations, old reactions. They will feel easier. But easier does not mean aligned. Alignment requires courage. You may feel alone sometimes in this growth because not everyone evolves at the same pace. Some will question your distance. Some will misunderstand your boundaries. Some will call you different. You are different. That was the point. The final note is not about dramatic change. It's about consistent direction. You don't need a new personality. You need stronger discipline. You don't need louder faith. You need steadier faith. You don't need to announce transformation. You need to maintain it. There is something else. You have been doubting your readiness, questioning if you are capable, wondering if you deserve the shift you sense coming. Doubt is normal, but doubt cannot lead. You are more prepared than you think. The nights you stayed disciplined, the times you chose silence, the moments you controlled your impulse, they built something invisible. Confidence, not loud confidence, quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't panic under pressure. The kind that doesn't chase validation, the kind that doesn't crumble when misunderstood. That is what was being formed. And now it's being tested, not tested to fail you, tested to confirm you. This is not the end of struggle. It is the end of confusion. Clarity is increasing. You know what you need to release. You know which conversations need boundaries. You know where your discipline slipped. And now you must act on it. Small corrections. Daily consistency. Quiet focus. This next phase is not about hype. It is about responsibility. If visibility increases, humility must increase. If opportunity expands, discipline must expand. If trust grows, character must remain steady. The final note is simple. Stay aligned. Do not drift now. Do not sabotage growth with ego. Do not let comfort undo construction. Maintain what you built in silence, because what was hidden is ready to surface. Not for applause, for impact. If this message feels direct, if you sense that something in your life is shifting quietly, if you know you are standing at a turning point, comment, "I stay aligned." Not for attention, for accountability, because this moment is not random, and what you do next